Hey, what's up guys? It's Ian here for a quick vault video. I got a wonderful Shamrock McFlurry. I've actually never had one, and it is quite good. I'll probably pay for it later in the bathroom, but I am lactose intolerant, but I'm risking it for this one because it looked really good. And I used to enjoy them way back in high school, so taking one for the team tonight. Hopefully that'll bring some luck of the Irish to my vaults here as we approach fucking brain fart. St. Patrick's Day. That's what it is. St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, last week was pretty good. I got some decent loot again as I was doing specific dungeons. Ooh, I think I already have this. Although it is a higher track. I think I might have take that then. Yeah, I'm gonna take that actually. The higher track trinket. So yeah, we'll definitely take that. The ring, I have, even though the left one is 450, it is my best stats, and rings do not have primary stat, so it's not as big of an upgrade as it may seem, or it might not be an upgrade at all to just trade secondary stats. So that's why I'm picking the trinket. But yes, a pretty good week. I think I got some loot that I needed. I did the mythic plus cash where you get the raid item on maybe 3 or 4 characters. Only one of them got anything good. The other 3 or 4, or the other 2 or 3, I guess, was just vendor trash. So nothing of note there, unfortunately, but I tried. So we should have some choices. I also did the raid on a couple characters. I should have some raid vaults. Again, trying to get like offset trinkets and off-spec weapons using the raid. Oh, why am I going to the mailbox? Using the raid there. So we'll see if we get anything cool out of that. If we don't get any cool Mythic Plus loot. Oh, this guy's got the weapon. Ooh. I think I will take this. Because this is, I believe, pretty good for DPS. And honestly, it might be better than Gift of Ursoc, because Gift of Ursoc falls to the common trap of, it sounds cool, it has a cool effect, but it's just not tuned very well. It doesn't really do much. And it's one of the, oh, he's got the weapon too. And it's one of those things where it's like, upon reaching 30 stacks, but it's like, who knows when that threshold is going to be hit. You could reach that threshold on the very last mob of the pack and then it procs, but there's nothing there. And yes, this is the newest edition, my paladin. I'm just screwing around with Ret because it's super strong and it's pretty fun. So I was going to just kind of do this so I don't burn out on my other characters chasing those marginal, infinitesimal upgrades. So this guy has the whole world ahead of him. He was the one who did get the good loot, though. This is apparently one of my bis rings. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, lots of blue still. So yeah, lots of room for improvement. I didn't do anything too crazy. Yeah, let's do ret. I didn't do anything too crazy. I don't know if I'm going to like push keys or if I'm just going to make him like an LFR hero. So we'll see. We'll see. I could use a cloak. Yeah, I guess we'll take this. This is the only one that replaces a blue. I already have this. I already have a chest piece. I already have pants. I already have bracers. I already have a neck. So I guess we'll take the cloak. And again, in discovering that this was my best ring, I looked up my stats, and versatility is my best stat. From what I saw. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But versatility appears to be my best stat, so this is probably pretty good. It's got some verse on it. So there's that. And yeah, ret is super fun. Prot's also pretty good. I was only doing like 2s. I think I did 2 as ret and 2 as prot. And I mean, prot's, even though I'm in blues, it's like, you're a fucking brick. You're super tanky. Prot is super tanky. So I can only imagine if I were like 470 or 480 that I would feel like an absolute machine. But yeah, pretty fun. So it's a nice change of pace to be experimenting with a new, not new obviously, but like a new spec for the season. I've played tons and tons of ret in my day and tons of prot in my day, but not so much in Dragonflight, so that is nice. That is nice. Yeah. We'll do balance. Ooh. This is a pretty good trinket. And I don't need that. I think I will take this, actually. It's a super strong trinket. Well, do I have any? Ooh, I do. Ooh, I could get a socket. Let me check the sockets. I don't know. Did I use a socket? Yeah, I do not have one, so I must have used... Yeah, there it is. Okay. So yeah, I could use a socket in the helmet. I could use one in the belt. I think I might actually take the belt. You might ask why, if I want this. Well, this drops off Tindril. And if I'm farming the Raid Finder tank trinket off Fire Rack, then I will always also do Tindril right beforehand, because that's the way the LFR is split. So I will always, until I get the Fry Rack trinket, I will always have a chance to also get this trinket. So as long as I have more chances to get it, I guess it's not really worth grabbing. I don't know. It honestly probably is better even at only 450 as opposed to a 476. Because again, this sounds really good on paper, and it is pretty good. It's just a matter of it just doesn't proc that much. When it does proc, or if it ever procs, 2 or 3 times in a row, or on 2 or 3 different mobs, it's crazy. You do like a ton of damage, and you're like, hell yeah. But if it ever goes like a minute or more without procking, you're kind of like, why the fuck do I even have this trinket? So that's the downside, and it's the main stat stick part of it is only versatility as opposed to just, raw intellect, or mastery would be a little more beneficial for a boomkin. So it's not the, it's not the best in terms of the itemization as well as in terms of the tuning. So it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. And we'll do this as heal, because I would like that a tall trinket where it's like the totem or something. There's a tall ring, which is, I think these are both my best rings, both the haste first rings. So that's pretty nice, but I would have liked the trinket maybe just to replace this one. It's a low item level, it's an on use, and I already have it on use, and having 2 on use is annoying and shitty. And as disc, I don't know. Maybe it'd be good in certain situations to get a bunch of secondary stat as a healer, but that might be more beneficial in a raid environment when you know something's coming. It's like a big heal check, as opposed to a dungeon where it's kind of like, oh, I have 3,000 extra haste for as an oh shit button. It's like, is that really that impactful? You can hit your oh shit button with 50% more haste. Like, not really. I don't know. To me, it just doesn't feel as impactful. Whereas in raid, you could be like, oh, he's gonna do raid wide AoE damage for 10 straight seconds. It's like, yeah, well, okay, well, for 10 straight seconds, if you had a shit ton of haste or mastery, that's pretty nice. So that's my reason, a long-winded answer of my reasoning. Actually, I got a good trinket last time, didn't I? I got the Sea Star. Yes, so we can actually switch this to... Let's switch it to Windwalker, I think. Or do I want Brewmaster? I think I want Windwalker. There is that tank trinket, the cheat death tank trinket, but I'd rather maybe have a chance. Okay, it's irrelevant. I think this is in a better ring. I think haste is better than mastery. Still pretty heavy on the crit. If it was the other way around, if it was heavy haste with a little bit of crit, I would be preferable, but it does also come with a socket, so that's nice. Oh, well, I guess I'm kind of... I should really look that up if those soft caps still exist, because I am right at it for both of them. So we'll see about that. Maybe I'll look into it, or maybe I'll just say who gives a shit, because it's not really a cap. It's like a, from what I remember, it was like at 33%, you then get 90% worth, and it's like a diminishing return. So instead of getting, say you had a crazy ring with 10% crit, but you were already at 33, rather than getting 43, you would get 42. So it's like, it's still obviously beneficial, but, you know, do I throw out the entire stat just because it's 10% less effective? Probably not. But could it be more efficient in other places that aren't at a soft cap? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know everything. Ooh, preservation. What are my trinkets looking like? I got good DPS trinkets. Yeah, I guess we can do preservation. Maybe I'll get the tall trinket. It's a really nice oh shit button. Okay, irrelevant. And I have the transmog. So yeah. Oh, not enough. Oh, not enough for a socket. That's a big downer. That's a big ripskis. Big old ripskis. But his item level did go up 4 last week because I did the catalyze some gloves and then I used my free token. So I got 2 of my pieces to go from 450 to 476. So that was a huge upgrade. I did actually feel the difference in the dungeon because that's a lot of main stat going up 26 item levels in 2 slots. It's a lot of main stat. Let's see what the DH gets. This one I did a couple dungeons because I wanted to have a chance at a couple things. Chance at trinket, chance at the weapon. So I did do the weekly for the cash, so I should have 2 choices here. Havoc or Vengeance? We're gonna go Havoc. We're gonna switch it to Havoc. This guy, I'm also still trying to get the Fire Rack Tank Trinket in LFR. Now this is an interesting trinket, because it is basically just a stat stick. Just straight agility, straight verse. I think the secondary is almost entirely irrelevant. Again, M plus subcreation has moved on to another life. So I will be using what I found seems to be a decent replacement for now called WoWValor.app. It has a similar setup of like just it aggregates the most popular stuff from like the top 500 runs or whatever, and you know, just says like what's the most common, but it only goes to 3 places, whereas Subcreation did like the top 10 items, so it's considerably less informative, but it is still good just if you I guess want to look at the top 3. I do not see this trinket. Well, I know I don't need the helmet. I know I don't need bracers. I guess I know I don't need that helmet, so taking magic damage has a chance. Is it good for tank? Let me check tank. Are any tanks running this bad boy? No. Because I could just straight up get a socket. Fuck. I feel like this is a good trinket though. On top of having just a shit ton of agility, because it's high item level, you just get straight, 3% damage from that static verse. My tank trinkets are good. My DPS trinkets are just this low item level winter bark branch, but this, I talked about it last week, it's kind of annoying. And I think there's also that better one from the raid, the burnout trinket. The main stat one is a lot better than on use mastery. Not to mention this one's also kind of just weird because it spawns those 3 orbs and you get the mastery when you absorb them. So you don't get it right away. You don't get it right when you activate it, which is kind of annoying. And then if you stand still, all 3 hit you at the same time. And you just get it for 10 seconds. That does not stack. But you can MLG it and go to one you can run into one orb and the other 2 will start to follow you. And you can run into that one orb and the last one will start to follow you. And then when you're about to lose the buff, you absorb the last orb and then you can extend it to almost a full 30 seconds, which is nice. But with Demon Hunter especially, you have to play that, you have to do that dance while also dashing, using your Fell Rush and your retreat and your Fell Blade. So yeah, I think I actually am going to take this trinket. I could use the socket though, none of my stuff is socketed. But this is a pretty good trinket, so I'll take this for now. I'll take this until I get the LFR trinket. Because I think even at LFR and level it'll be better than that, but this has to be more useful than this, just because this is so, like I said, it's just kind of super annoying to use. I wish you could just press it, I wish you didn't have to do this weird dance to absorb the orbs at the MLG perfect time. I didn't do one of these keys. Because he's already pretty much geared. I did not get the legendary. I hate to admit. Another week, no legendary. Maybe this is the week. Maybe. We'll see, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I would like that a lot. I would like to get to enjoy the legendary before it goes away. I was playing some Enhance. I actually did my last key as Resto just to get into one. I didn't want to wait around. I did 4 keys. I did get this. I did get the crab trinket. Super good. I did not get anything out of the box. I did not get a raid trinket, I did not get this weapon from the raid box. Unfortunate. So yeah, my enhanced shaman is looking good. He's looking good. Yeah, we'll do enhance. I don't need a cape, don't need a cape. Don't think I need a ring. That's annoying. Oh, and I was already pretty close. So now I'm just gonna straight get a socket and then have pretty damn close to a second socket. You just double check. Yeah, I could still use a socket. Yeah, I could still use a socket. Okay. That's a little annoying, but it is what it is. I'm not a dwarf. I'm using the toy because I thought it looked fun. I haven't been a dwarf shaman. I don't think I ever made a dwarf shaman. So I just wanted to see the animations. I don't know. I think they run kind of silly. It's kind of like a trot. I like the braids. I like the dwarf aesthetic. I don't know. I just don't have one. Don't know why. Hunter. I did survival again, and it was again a, no pun intended, absolute blast. Absolutely obliterating the damage meters. Absolutely just, yeah. Here's one. I carried this dungeon pretty hard. You know, my damage itself wasn't that crazy because the tank was pulling fairly conservatively, but safe to say, if I was not in the group, I don't think they would have completed the dungeon. I don't know. But yeah, I felt like a freaking god. Yeah, we'll do Beast Mastery because I'm trying to get my stuff's pretty good. I got this. I might have had this last week, or I got this. Either way, it's fairly recent. So I got the sandglass, bunch of good gear. I just need the weapon for Beast Mastery. I do not have the good gun yet, so that's why I'm gonna loot as Beast Mastery. But yeah, survival's so much fun. What? Is this the third character that's gotten this ring? What the fuck? What the fuck? I think it's also really good for Jesus, what the fuck did I click? I think it's also really good for Beast Mastery. Let me check. Let me check if this even has that ring. It does not have that ring. Oh, but this Hunter would have liked that Ember of Nullification trinket, the versatility trinket. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We'll take a socket. It would be nice if this was a good ring because it's got leech on it, but it is what it is. I'll just do more dungeons and just throw my wildfire bombs and shrapnel bombs and butcher everything up. I'll just harpoon in and throw a bunch of shit around, and I will enjoy it. So last but not least, the mage. I did last week finally get not last week, but like 2 weeks ago, get the on-use execution staff. The one that does like the extinction blast. So that was nice. I think I'm just looking for like jewelry. Or as DJ Khaled says, jewelry. Just looking for some jewelry. I need this. Oh, I got the neck. Okay, nice. I could use bracers, and I could use a belt. Okay, and I crafted my boots. Okay. So yeah, maybe a ring or some bracers. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Sick. I love ending on a super climactic, exciting, riveting Omega Giga pull. That's gonna be me soon. That's gonna be me with that axe soon, boy. But yeah, that's about it. Sorry it wasn't more eventful. This is a pretty fun week though. And this week is, let me just look here. Ooh, entangling bolstering. That should be fine. Fine week. Bolstering on fortified is a little annoying sometimes, and entangling is a little annoying sometimes. Like I mentioned specifically in Rise, at the very last boss, when someone has to like juggle the balls, you want to like stand under them so it doesn't hit the ground. Well, if you get entangling while you're standing there, you're probably going to get stunned, and if you get stunned on that fight, you're probably going to die. So that's actually super annoying and super toxic, but otherwise entangling is kind of just annoying, but there are some situations where it's like crazy toxic, and I do hate it. Bolstering's not really that bad. Except I do remember there is one pull in Waycrest Manor with the dogs that almost always like 10 stack bolsters a witch, and it one-shots everybody one by one. I do remember that. But otherwise I don't think it's that bad. And yeah. So that's all I got for you. I did not get a cool mount last week. I'm reaching that point where there's just not much left. I'm farming a couple mounts daily, but I have not obviously gotten them to drop yet, but I will continue with that. And yeah, so thanks guys, until next time. Good luck, have fun, stay warm, and yeah, all that good stuff. So thanks, see you guys, bye.